I witnessed it when I was in China. At the beginning, it was absolutely terrible because the air was problematic. And China did a lot of things about that. I was in China a month ago, and the sky was blue again, like in my youth when I was a student there. So I think it's important to cooperate during the COPs, the UN COPs, and the role played by China, of course, is important. And also on biodiversity, where China has been very helpful. So I think, green economy is one of our priorities in the world, not only in the EU or in China. So it's very important to cooperate on that issue.
The bilateral relationship between China and France has a lot to do with the bigger frame, has a lot to do with the China and European Union relationship. What role is France playing in terms of building a better ties between China and the EU?
Well, you know, it's that's the problem of the relationship between the US and China, which is not very good, of course, and in particular on technological products. And so we want to have our own policy, not necessarily follow the Americans. It's, their own preoccupation. It's not necessarily the concern of the EU. So we absolutely want to have an independent policy regarding our relationship with China. And so this is what has been called de-risking on the part of the EU, which is different from the decoupling, which is very American. And we think we should stress the cooperation issue, and in particular on those global issues where, of course, the role of China is important. And as I mentioned before, the possible diplomatic role also of China in the future is very important. And remember the reconciliation between Iran and Saudi Arabia. So we think that China can play a very important role in the world. And France is very influential in New York, in the Security Council, and also in the EU.